as in 870 KRLA.
866-870-5752.
So how long have you been on here? 6 years?
We've been over here, I think, for 3 now.
For the whole.
We started 6 years ago, beginning of this month. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Tell me about it. You know, the first 2 weeks at KABC, we did pre-recorded on Saturday nights at 7 p.m. or some horrible show. And then that Debbie called me and said, "Hey, you want to go on?"
Good old Debbie.
Yeah. We got 7 a.m. on Sundays open. I said, "Hell yeah!" And so that's got to meet your pop.
Goes by quick.
I think the very first day I met him, I got there and Art always showed up 5 minutes to 7.
Yeah.
So I'm standing out there. It's ice cold out. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm standing waiting. Nobody's around. And Leon showed up. And, I help you. I'm like, I'm the 7 a.m. show. He's like, oh, okay, and let me in and went in. And at first we had the little
2
studio.
seconds to go.
What's that?
Yeah, like a few minutes to get ready and get on.
Yeah, well, that was.
When he shows up.
Yeah, that was Art though. He always showed up 5 minutes before.
Well, the whole crew was just. You don't know what day you're going to get, and that's why he got pissed.
Well, one of my favorite stories is the time that Debbie called me and said, "We're going to give you 2 hours and see how you do." Oh, okay. So I went from 6 to 8. Now, both Mark and Jimmy couldn't make that day, so I'm going to do it by myself. And Art didn't show up till 10 minutes to 7. So the whole first hour was dead air, and me sitting in the parking lot because I couldn't get in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I think Leon was on vacation, and that was part of the reason. And so it's like, oh my God. And Art showed up with his, typical, his hair's in 50 different directions.
His character.
Yeah. That was KBC.
But every time you went there, it was you don't know what you're going to get. It was like a box of chocolate.
You ain't kidding.
You don't know if someone's going to show up, or you're on your own, or dead. Because one time we were there, it was dead air. Like,
yeah.
We couldn't get on.
Yeah. Oh, they'd forget to have a phone person come in, so we had we couldn't take phone calls for a bit. It was always an adventure.
It's a mess over there.
Yeah. Well, they just didn't give a damn.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah.
Now it's run by Fresno's running it.
No, I urinate every 3 hours every night for years, and I want to know if that's just bladder or if it is kidney.
When we first started KBC, it's a big station with presidents were coming in. We were big time. Yeah. In fact, get me on the air.
I urinate every 2 to 3 hours every night. It obviously.
Yeah, when I first got there, gets me through.
It was a little
Coca-Cola.
No, it's voluntary. It's voluntary. That means I have to get up. So my sleep is disturbed.
And there was a guard out front that would park you, tell you where to park, and he'd let you in and such. And then for the little bit in the beginning, I'd get there, and sometimes the guard would be there, and sometimes he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So,
he's inside sleeping.
Yeah. That's how I got to know the guy that lived in dumpsters.
No.
Across the streets where all the sales were.
Yeah.
No.
This program was sponsored by Dr. Zara Tabassian and Angel Care Dialysis Prevention.
Hey, it's Jeff,
Jimmy,
and Mark from the Gunslinger radio program here.
Well, it's good. It's constant. Keep getting, keep going. It finally hits. Consistency.
Oh, they're running our commercial. I was like, the hell is that?
No Beach Boys, right?
Oh, I told you, it's all Beach Boys.
Oh, come on, son.
Leon's got his own.
I play Beach Boys at home all the time. I get tired of watching TV.
He's dead now, man.
Alexa.
Passed away.
Beach Boys plays.
Let's see.
I like the Beach Boys.
Yeah, there's about 5 Beach Boys songs on it, right?
Great. Killing me, Larry. I like the Beach Boys. The show is constant, so I change it up. Do something different.
You know,
Then he just says, I just don't like them.
do you have any of your old info? Do you have any of that still, or was that all ABC stuff?
What's that?
Your old info or your old intro?
KBC took it all, I think.
Yeah, I got most of it. You know,
All the old shows? Is that
No,
what
no.
you're
I
talking
just mean the intro itself.
about?
no, I got all the paperwork and stuff. I didn't know.
I just wonder if we could steal that next time we do this. Maybe we play that instead of our regular intro.
Probably get it offline.
Yeah,
I may have some of it.
the Hallelujah.
Sunday services.
That's it.
You play out in reel-to-reel or 8-track.
Yeah.
Well, go way back to 4-track.
I wonder if you can just get it off the website. Maybe it's still on there.
We'll have to. I'll get somebody on that. We'll see if we can't find that. And then next time we do
They
that.
took it all off. Knowing them.
Well,
Now some of the shows are on. Somebody's telling me on.
Heart.
See, I still play some of the shows on there. You go online to something. I forgot what the name of it. And they'll have old shows. There's quite some place on there that has a lot of all the old shows.
hey, dude. Everybody's watching at home.
Rick, 7:15?
Oh, always, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. The second segment, we got the CRPA guy. It was a lot of stuff happened last week, so we're gonna let him talk.
Feel bad for Dennis Prager. Everybody asked me about it.
What happened?
Oh, he slipped in the shower.
Fell in the shower 2 years ago, something.
Yeah, over a year ago, I think.
Yeah, it's over a year.
RJ knows how he's doing.
I asked him about it. Says everything's basically the same.
That's been a couple of years.
I thought I had his number.
Hey.
I didn't have his number. Larry,
I think he's back east in some kind of a.
last I heard several months ago that they were going to send him home, put a bed and everything, and put a microphone there and have him do the show from home. But that was 2 months ago, and I
old
guess
is he?
he's paralyzed.
How old is he? He's up there.
He's probably in his 60s,
Oh no,
late 60s,
I think he's in his at least is in his 70s.
could be 70.
Yeah, I guess early to mid-70s maybe.
Yeah,
That ain't good. So he's paralyzed.
from what I understand.
Neck
yeah.
down, I think.
That's sad.
Yeah, what a horrible, horrible thing. Yeah.
Bathtubs they're not soft.
No,
They hurt.
I had some trainers, the doctor recommended some trainers come over to the house, and they when they come in, the first ones come in, and wanted to see my bedroom and all the bathrooms. And they says, which one? This one I wouldn't use, and that one I wouldn't use, and the one in the gym is small enough where they won't grab bars and all that stuff put in there.
Did you put grab bars in?
Not the little gym.
You have in your bathroom?
No,
The bars.
I was going to put them in for Mom in the big bathroom in our bedroom.
I might need one soon.
Hells Bells, I went to a World Championship shooting match in Arizona, and I got a hotel room out there, and it had one of them seats over the tub. And I was this is a...
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. You're listening to Gunslingers, brought to you from behind the Iron Curtain on Radio Free California. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Motor Slingers.
Yeah.
Right here on the Gunslinger Radio Network. Okay, it's been a wild day. I've got Leon here, I've got George here, and last second, I got the one and only
Motorboy, my son Lance.
Lance the Motorboy is with us tonight. So we got all kinds of time for you guys to call in. Leon, give him the number.
Oh, the number's 866-870-5752. One more time, 866-870-5752. Give us a call. We just want to have some fun tonight with Motorboy and George, the airplane, and things, cars, boats, motorcycles, airplanes.
Everything but the trains.
Yeah.
I don't know much about trains.
And don't forget weed whackers.
No.
Weed whackers.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk weed whackers.
So if you got questions about any of those, got questions about guns, you can call for that too. But in the meantime, how you been?
I've been real good,
Yeah.
real good. Thanks for having me on and having my son Lance on, Motorboy. I get a lot of emails that says, how's Lance doing? And here he is there.
Yeah.
At the show, we had #1 show, Motorboy, Motorman, for quite a few years.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun back at the old station. We'd always come in and see you guys, and it was a lot of fun.
The Sunday morning services.
That was
That's
it.
right.
Well, as we used to call it, Man Cave Sunday or something.
Yeah. Sunday services, I called it for years and years.
Well, yeah, the Man Cave thing was ours, and then you came in with Sunday services because we talked guns for an hour and then cars for 2. I mean, what guy doesn't love that, right?
Your energy was really crazy on a Sunday morning. I get there like all tired. Like, you guys coming?
No, I got there tired too. It's just once the mic goes on, you can't be like that. I remember I was a musician for a long time. So.
Back in those days, church attendance dropped out quite a lot.
I would imagine so. Well, how you been, Lance?
I've been doing good.
Yeah.
Good.
What are you up to? What you been up to?
I got into the tool business. I got a franchisee in Snap-on Tools, so I go around and sell tools and talk to people and just help out everybody. If I could save them 10 minutes, my day is fulfilled.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
I see a lot of young kids.
He's
coming
very
into the
knowledgeable. He didn't learn it from me. He learned it on his own.
I see a lot of young kids coming in. I see the age gap that we had for a little while. So the younger kids are coming in. Then you got the older guys. So there's a little split in between that. So I could see what's happening. So it's kind of cool to watch the young kids are coming.
Yeah.
Up and coming.
Well, I've been saying this for a long time. I know you have too, but they need to bring back shop class.
Absolutely. It's coming.
The whole trades.
Yeah.
We need to take some of the money out of the colleges. I know don't get politics. Out of the college.
You're going there, Dad. You're going there.
The trade schools. We need trades really bad.
Well, I'm a West Covina High guy, right? And at West Covina High, to get into the metal shop class or the auto shop class, there was a waiting list. Yeah, I mean, you didn't just get in there as a freshman. You usually, maybe by the time you became a junior, would finally get into that class. And it was huge. We had guys. I mean, I remember a guy he showed up in his '67 Mustang GT500. West Covina High. He had bought it from somebody, didn't run, and they got it running right there through the class. So I mean, that was good times.
No, they had fun.
When I grew up, they didn't have auto shop. They didn't have cars.
Well, that coach and buggy shop.
Had to change the wheels on the buggies.
He's out feeding the horses.
Maybe farrier shop.
Yeah.
How's that?
Put horseshoes on.
Jeez. Well, so George, how you been?
I've been good. Thanks for asking. It's my son Greg's birthday today, so happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday, Greg.
And it's been good. I've had visits with both my sons. They come and take care of my dad. You know, they take care of me. And but good visits with them. They're both grown
Good
men,
kids. They're
having their
good
life.
kids. I've met both of them.
Very good. And, well, speaking of birthdays, Mark from the show had a birthday earlier this week. Our good friend Leanne, who works for me at Gunslinger Auctions, and she's a huge fan. I keep telling you got to come in and say hello. I think she will faint. She's been a huge fan of yours. She actually called into your original show. She's called in and talked to you on this show before too.
I'll come out and meet her.
You absolutely, now her husband works for us too. So.
Oh, okay. I was just getting ready to say, is she single?
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Yeah, but I know she would absolutely. But it's her birthday today too.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, her and John went to Disneyland today, so. I haven't been there in so long. I wouldn't even know. I don't even remember how to get there.
I haven't been to Disneyland since Lance was.
That's an expensive day anymore.
Oh,
That's right.
I can't even. Yeah.
He hasn't been there since the e-tickets were available.
Yeah. Me either. What am I laughing at? Holy cow!
Hey, Jeff, let me say, a few weeks ago, I was listening to the show.
Okay.
A good listener always does. And a gentleman named Brent called in, and he was asking about the Blackbird Air Park in Palmdale. So if you're out there listening today, Brent, I got some information. Give me a call or give a call into the show, and we'll talk about it.
That's Brent from L.A. He always calls in the last segment, so I'm sure he'll call in. Yeah. So there you go, Brent. He's got answers for your questions. You still owe me a trip to the Peterson.
Yeah, well, I'll be glad to do that. I'll give you a special trip.
You realize it's been 6 years.
Well,
He hasn't taken me either. I've been wanting to go to the Lions. The Lions drag show.
Okay.
The Lions Museum. That's really
I'm waiting for that too.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Wait in line.
Okay, real quick, we'll get the commercial part out. Guys, the auction is September 13th. The catalog is already up. Go to gunslingerauctions.com. There's now 2 different places you can go. You can go to High Bid or Proxy Bid. Either one of them will take you to the. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Kevin. If you're online, we're on. What is it? Faceplant Live and X and Rumble and I don't know, Facegram and Instabook and I can't remember all these damn things. But anyway, we're all over the internet. You can find it there. Go to gunslingerauctions.com. Click on either one of those. High Bid is a new company with us. I just picked them up and they are really kicking butt. I'm real impressed with them so far. They're right behind Proxy Bid, who we've been using for 20-something years.
Now, what are they? Are they?
These are they're companies that take bids from all over the world. Oh. So yeah, Proxy Bid.
So you put something up and then they.
Yeah, we put it into their software and upload it. Of course, we've got our own catalog if you come live, but if you go onto there, you can bid there. I recommend you do it live through us because it's considerably cheaper. But you can go to either one of those and bid there. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, and you guys ought to come. You're not that far away. It's in Anaheim.
I know.
It's in Anaheim. We got 750 lots.
Wow.
Yeah, we start at 10, and we'll do about 100 lots an hour for the first couple hours, and then I get antsy.
100 what? Lots?
Lots, yeah. So
that's a section of guns?
Yeah, we'll do, one gun. We do about 100 guns an hour. All right, here we go. 200 now, 2 and a quarter, got to be half now, 75, 300, 300, 300, sold. Next lot. And that's about
that?
Yeah.
You're the live guy.
I am. Yeah, I've been an auctioneer for 25 years.
Jack of all trades.
Well, anything to not have to work for somebody else.
He's a roofer, too? He's been a roofer?
I was a roofer, American Roofing, for 20, holy cow. I think I started about 22 until
Isn't that guy in the cars, too? The guy that owned that?
What's that?
the A1 Roofing.
Well, them I don't know. I was American Roofing was the name of my company, and I got my roofing license and all that stuff. That was back in the 80s. Yeah. Well, on Sundays I used to listen to this guy on the radio doing roofing. So.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of, let's get to Richard at the airport. How are you, Richard?
Good evening, you hot rodding gunslinger.
Thank you kindly.
Good morning, Richard.
Yeah, good to hear from you, Leon, and thank you for your 40 years.
What can we do for you tonight, Richard?
I want to know, a 22 caliber bullet they say has a range of a mile. Mm-hmm. What about a 38 caliber? What range does that have?
Well, a 38's not going to get quite that far. I mean, it will still travel probably a mile if you shot it down and say a strip that was 2 miles long, dead straight. It would still get there, but it would be skipping. Because you're talking about somewhere between 125 and 158 grain projectile versus a 14 to 24 grain projectile on a 22. So it's going to weigh more, so it's not going to get as far out. And there's not a ton of powder behind it like in a rifle round. But it'll still go pretty darn far.
Okay, but at the end of that mile, that bullet's not going to have the same impact. Right?
Oh, not by a damn sight, no.
You'll probably catch it.
Oh, I was going to say it's going to leave a heck of a welt at that distance, but it's not going to be.
That works out for you.
All right, Richard, you got a joke for us tonight?
Yeah. How can you tell if there's an elephant in your bathtub?
An elephant in your bathtub? I don't know.
You can smell the peanuts on his breath.
I don't get it.
I don't either. Richard, thanks.
How can you not get that?
Say good night, Richard.
Good night, Richard. Richard, we'll talk to you next week.
God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
See you then.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, you're listening to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network, baby.
And we'll be right back.
Good timing, man.
No, absolutely. I got to miss. I thought I'd get late enough to miss Richard's joke, but I'm not too lucky.
Did you get all your kids baptized or just
All the kids baptized. The whole kid and caboodle.
all 14 of them?
All 14 of them.
Wow, way to go, man. You saved a lot of money.
Oh yeah, gotta get it all done at once. You got the,
And they all got baths at the same time. So.
hey,
There you go.
what?
Good for the week.
Good for August. Yeah, we got baptized today. It was like a double thing because this morning at service I was invited to do the opening prayer and everything. So I was like, oh, this is going to be a good day.
Wow. Good work.
So he's got it set up so you guys can literally just talk into the side.
What a pair. What a
Just leave
pair.
the tongue.
What up?
I don't do tongue, bro.
Oh man.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh, wonderful day. Good. Hey, look at this, the Motor Man.
Motor man and motor boy.
Oh yeah.
He's a young man now.
We love them Beach Boys.
Rest in peace.
Oh, man. Yeah. I think once there are only two left, I think, in there.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Motor Slingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's us. And let's get out. Rick has been real busy up in Excremento. Let's get to Rick over to CRPA. How are you, Rick?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Evening, Rick.
What is going on?
Well, I do have sad news for everybody tonight. Our great ally and good friend, Sam Prentice, who has fought with me in the Capitol for a long, long time, well over a decade and a half. And before that, for a couple of decades before, passed away this week. He was the founder of Gun Owners of California and has done so much for the community, and we lost him. And next weekend will be his funeral services, but our hearts go out to the Prentice family.
Sure.
And to his wife, Lori, and everything, but that is a terrible loss on our side.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then we had, of course, the circus that was going on over the redistricting, and that caused all the bells that we were going to hear this week to be bumped until next Friday with no testimony be forwarded those bills. So now it's just going to be the letter writing campaign and people using our one-click politics. That's our last stop before the time for us to be able to say anything in the Capitol ends.
Oy.
Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah.
So see, I shouldn't have cursed myself a week ago when I said no more Darth Vader music, because tonight it would have been appropriate.
Yeah. That's a shame. Sam has been a guest on our show many, many times.
Yeah, I saw you.
He was a real good guy.
I saw you guys posting
Yeah,
it up.
he was my big brother. In fact, it was very weird going up to the Capitol, because normally we'll meet for a cup of coffee or breakfast before, and I went down knowing that he was in the hospital fighting for his life, and realized I will never hear, "Hey, little brother, let's go get him," which had been kind of like the slogan for a long, long time. So, yeah, it's going to be very different fighting up there without Sam. So, yeah.
Our prayers are out to the community, his family, and everyone who knew him.
You bet. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to radio. So what else is new? What else is going on?
You got any good news?
Good news is we're going to keep up the fight. Good news is we've got a lot of programs coming on. There's a lot of fundraising going on to prepare for these cases going in front of the Supreme Court. And we're going to fight this week to try to see what we can get stopped. And then we've also got some good news. Heather Hadwick, who helped us get our bill across, she has been named an outstanding legislator. And so that is a big deal, and we're going to be going up to Northern California to present her with a firearm, thanking her for everything she's done. And so, yeah, we have some good news that way, and we also have some good news that we have some new bills that are being drafted that I can't wait till a little bit later in the year to tell you guys all about, but we can't do it until they actually have a bill number. So, yeah.
Understood. And you've been watching the polls on the governorship, and
yeah, our boy is kicking butt. And if we can just get rid of Katie Porter and keep everybody's eyes focused and keep pushing, we can get Chad across the border, and then we'll have a governor that will veto some of this stupidity.
Yeah. Chad Bianco is running second place to this Porter lady, who I don't even know who she is.
She's out of Orange County, and she was brought to you by one of your favorite friends, Elizabeth Warren.
No.
And
Oh, dear.
Pocahontas Warren. Yeah.
yeah. I know. Now I owe you lunch for making that smart remark. But anyways. Yeah, so, that's where she's coming from. And, of course, Chad Bianco is actually the only candidate running for governor right now, in my opinion, that believes in the U.S. Constitution. So there's that.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to push this Hilton guy. Outside of him being on Fox News and he's English, I don't know a thing about him.
Well, I thought we didn't like English being in charge of us. But,
there's that.
a bit ago.
Years ago.
Well, I mean, some slaphead guy from England. That's all,
They came and decide what flag they want to fly. So let's not bring that madness over here. Let's stick with somebody that understands the West.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. So, all right. Anything else going on, Rick?
No, that would be, that's been pretty much the week.
Okay. Well, again, real sorry to hear about Sam. Are you going to make the service?
Yeah, I'm going up there for the service to support the family and everything. So yeah, that's where I'll be next weekend.
Well, do us a favor. Give the family our best, of course.
Absolutely.
I will.
Okay.
I'd be more than honored to do that for you guys.
All right, Rick. Then we'll let you go on that. No. Before you go, anybody wants to donate their time, their money, or join the CRPA? How do they get a hold of you?
Go to crpa.org. If you have questions, reach out to us at contact@crpa.org and stay in the fight, folks. We can win this.
Very good. Rick, thanks.
God bless you, Rick.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, well, that was a bit of a somber note. Sam had been on the show as a guest many times. Actually, he was Rick before Rick was Rick. He used to come on with us in the very, very beginning, about every other week, and kind of give us a report on what was going on in Sacramento.
It's a great loss for. Oh, gracious. It is yeah, but really, it is a great loss, especially all he's done for California. As a Southern California guy too, I saw his name and saw him all over the place doing business for all of us. So
well, he started Gun Owners of California, and then of course I don't know if he started, but it was Gun Owners of America. So I mean, he was a good guy, real nice man. Always last second, I'd call him, hey, I need a guest tonight. Can you come on? Sure. I always answered the bell.
Yep.
Okay, Leon, give him the number.
Oh, the phone numbers. 800. Excuse me.
No.
No, this one.
800 866 870 5752. Again, 866 870 5752.
All right, you want to talk about guns, you want to talk about airplanes, you want to talk about cars, motorcycles, boats.
If it hums, purrs, or moves people, we love to talk about it.
That's it. Give us a call. In fact, we got Sean in Los Angeles wants to talk about something for you, Leon. Sean, how are you?
Evening, Sean.
Hey, good morning, motorcycles or gunslingers and motorcyclists.
Good evening, Sean.
Hey, good evening. Hey, how you doing, Leon? I just have a question. My good friend, her mother has I think a 68 or 69 Mustang, a ragtop or a hardtop, might be a fastback, but it's been sitting in the garage for at least 25 years, maybe more. It hasn't been moved. And my question to you is, how much would be the price do you think that would be a fair price for her to ask for a purchase as is, and and how much you think it would cost to fix it up? Because obviously all the hosing, electric, and everything else, and maybe some
you
body
got to go through a complete brake work, and don't know whether it has air conditioning and all of that, and all the fluids. You don't know whether the transmission's even going to work after sitting there all these years. Because what happens when the car sits for so long is moisture sets in. Moisture sets in into the engine, and so you don't know whether the engine's going to run. So all this could cost a lot of money to get it restored if it's been sitting that long. So when I say, the price I'd pay, the price is really worth parts, whatever the parts should be worth.
Yeah.
Maybe $500.
Plus, we really need to know exactly what year and exactly what model.
That's right.
Yeah,
I know. I've been on there for a couple of years, and
a convertible versus a fastback versus a coupe, very different.
Yeah. I have
some
competition because the guy next door is a Jaguar restorer, so he's looking at it too. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I just appreciate your expertise, sir. I really do.
Even if, regardless whether it's a fastback, Mustangs do have a value. Now the fastbacks and convertibles are worth more, but still it's parts, and if it's in good condition, body wise, how much as I don't want to embarrass it, but $200-300 because it's going to probably cost you $5,000 or $10,000 to get it back, providing the engine will start. A new engine's going to be $3,000-4,000. A complete brake job, and I'm just going off the top of my head, a complete brake job would be $200-300 or more. It's going to be a brake master cylinder. It's no end to it. It's no end.
I am doing a 68.
I don't know what.
Well, Sean, I'm doing a 68 right now, and we're looking at six figures to get that thing on the road. If that tells you anything.
But I don't know. Also, rust has got to be a consideration as well.
Absolutely.
So anyway,
okay. Paint job today is $20.
Tires. Just figure a good set of tires. Does $500, $800. There's a lot of hundreds of dollars there, and it will grow into thousands.
Yeah.
It all depends what the car is at this point.
Exactly, and how much you. Yeah, you may be able to get in there and just get it going, but not likely.
So what you're saying is it's a money pit for a while.
Well, I haven't looked at.
Yeah,
tow it into a place.
Well, like Lance says, if someone could get it and do it yourself, did part of the work themselves, it would be worth it.
And of course, Leon is always make an offer, right?
Well, I don't know. Usually, I offer $500, but on this one, hold off.
Well, I tell you what, if you put up the first $5, I'll go the second $5, and we'll offer $1,000, and we'll see where we can go. Sean, we got to go. We're coming up on a break. Thanks for the call.
Thanks for the call, Sean.
Hope we helped you.
Thank you, guys.
Take care now. Okay, that opens up a line. Leon, what's the number?
800. God, I won't say 800. 866-870-5752. Again, 866-870-5752.
It's the Beach Boys. That's
Give
why.
us a call.
Call in, guys. You want to talk about anything, give us a call. You're listening to Motor Slingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be
Let's
back
go.
in just a minute.
So used to saying 800.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? 800-222-5222.
5222.
KABC.
Been saying it for 40 years. So I guess you just.
Wow, that's really good.
Well, we've got a guy who wants to talk to George about Corsairs. We got a guy, Mark, wants to talk about quarter mile racer. Somebody in San Jose wants to talk about a flamethrower.
Okay.
And Larry in Newport Beach wants to talk to Leon about an electric car. Now somebody else is calling. Yeah.
It's a flamethrower. Is that an airplane thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know that Tesla actually developed a flamethrower?
Not a flamethrower?
Yeah, it was called not a flamethrower, and it was legal in California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had one. It took, the butane, the little bottles.
Camping ones?
Yeah, it took one of those, and it would shoot a flame about 4 or 5
We
feet.
used to do it with cars. I built several flamethrowers. You take a spark plug, put it in the tailpipe,
Yeah.
and then you cut the key off. This one had carbureted engines. You cut the key off, put it in neutral, just pump the gas, pump the gas, pump the gas. But then you had to put a magneto. You would buy all the old T-model Ford magnetos, and you turn it on, and then you just hit that. Boom, it shoot flames, 2 feet of flames out the exhaust pipe.
Too cool.
When you restarted it, it just.
Yeah, and then hopefully it didn't ruin the back end of your paint job.
Yeah, right?
Of course, back then you'd go to Earl Scheib for $29.95.
You'd be driving, you didn't know it's sitting still.
Yeah.
I was driving through Old Town San Bernardino, and there was an old tribe. The sign was just sun-baked. You couldn't even see it, but I was like, that's an old tribe right there.
Yeah. There's one still in Covina. It's called Earl Scheib, but it has nothing to do with him.
$29.95, any color.
Any
Earl
car,
Scheib's
any
son
color.
was my best friend.
No kidding.
He was a car guy.
Wow.
He put motors in his house, rebuilt them. On his first couches. He had motors in his house. As he watched TV, he worked on it.
Yeah.
That is wild.
He's quite
He
a
had
car
every
guy.
toy, though. Every like ATC was all chromed out.
That's right.
Long travel.
I mean, everything was primo. He had a beautiful XJ6 with a Chevy, all Chevy powered.
Wow.
Willys. He had a drag racing Willys.
That's right. He had a big Willys Lance.
41 Willys is on my hit list. That little coupe, I love that car.
Had a big Cadillac. He had a big. No, those the. No, he had a.
Had a big motorhome too. He towed.
He had a Chrysler with a big old Hemi with a blown Hemi in it. What was that? 300? Chrysler.
300.
So we've got calls right now from Ohio, Las Vegas, Woodland Hills, San Jose, and Newport Beach.
And I got a question online from Robert Jones. It's for Leon. What would you do to prepare a vehicle for long-term storage? If you want to save that for on there, we can.
No, I mean, that's a long-term storage.
Like how long?
Yeah. Well, long term.
Long-term.
Well, it's not only what you got to do before, it's after when you get ready to use it again, you got to go in and change all the fluids. And I mean, it's not something that you can just turn the key and start it back up again.
No.
You know?
And you can lift the car up, get out the wheels off the ground, save the tires.
How do you save the diaphragm in the carburetor from drying
don't.
out? You just
Yeah,
can't,
you
right? Yeah.
Keep fuel in it. So much. Keep it
Full
fuel.
Get the moisture in there.
Yeah, but then
But
you
the
put
carburetor's
today's
done.
today's gas in anything, it turns to gum after 3 weeks.
Well, if you let it sit, and
Yeah.
then the gas evaporates, and then the diaphragm dries up.
Yeah.
And I got a question for George on here too. Let me see.
Oh, here we go. Little old lady from Pasadena.
I love it.
Go, Betty, go, Betty, go.
It's a little real like gardenias. Welcome back, everybody, to the Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And our phones are blowing up.
Blowing up?
Really quick. Now,
you want Leon to give the number out again?
We might as well, because we'll get through these phone calls and we'll need more. So it's
866
I got
870-5752.
Yeah, shut up over there, motor boy.
Like a pro.
All right, let's get to Captain Rick out in Ohio. How are you, Rick?
Hey.
I'm fine. How are you all tonight?
Doing well.
Beautiful.
I have a question for George. He may know.
He's licking his lips right now.
I'm ready.
Okay, George. When Baba Black Sheep was on, and I've read Pappy about Boynton's book, but when Baba Black Sheep was on, I was told there was only 6 flying Corsairs left. How many Corsairs are still flying?
Right now, last count I had, there was like 14 flying in the country.
Wow.
And they had they actually had 6 when they did the filming. 5 flew and 1 was just static out there. And do you know where they filmed that?
Out in California somewhere.
Very close to where you are. Indian Dunes, right there in the Santa Clarita River bed. Just west of Magic Mountain.
He's in Ohio.
Oh, I think so. Ohio.
Yeah, I'm in Ohio.
Not
Ohio.
There you go.
Yeah, Ohio is a
like
town right down the road from
Ohio.
where that was shot. So, yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, so there's 14 of them still flying. Do you know how many P-51s are flying?
Oh, quite a few. They stayed in the inventory for quite a while after the war was over, and there's probably, I'm guessing, over 100 P-51s flying.
Wow.
I know we had a P-51H here at the Hamilton, Ohio airport for years, and they sold it to a guy in Colorado, and he flew it into a mountain, got killed out there, but they rebuilt the plane. So
they didn't rebuild the guy,
Yeah. That's one thing about flying. Just one mistake, and that's the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately. Rick, as always, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you later.
I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
God bless you.
All right, let's jump over to Mark in Woodland Hills. Got a question for Leon. How are you, Mark?
Good evening, Patriots. We always refer to Sacramento as sacramental or demented.
I like excremento, but
yeah. But and as far as shop class, I think you're going to find that it won't come back because it's toxic masculinity, just like home economics is toxic femininity, right?
Yeah, what a load.
Well, you know, I used to race quarter mile before I joined the Marine Corps, and I had to write down some notes so I could tell you all what it is from front to back, if you're interested.
If you can make it quick, go ahead.
I'm interested. I'd race quarter miles.
Oh, yeah. I had a 66 Chevelle Malibu SS, and it was in a sub-10 bracket, so It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
It used to go through the quarter mile, still in second gear. It was that good. It was a 396, 350, and we boarded out conservatively to like 406 or something. And, yeah, it had an AM radio. It had quad Holley 850 carburetors and a velocity stack manifold, naturally aspirated, of course, with a ram air scoop on top, and hooker headers, and a Super T10 4-speed transmission with a vertical inline shifter, which was, I was the first guy to get it in Southern California from Blair's in Pasadena. I remember that. They were a pretty good shop. It had an Olds truck posi traction rear end that we swapped out. We got from a truck, and I think it had like 408 super really low gear ratios in back, and some fat slicks that we had to drill holes in to make them legal for street. And a wheelie bar in back to keep it down. And we used to go out to Irwindale Raceway all the time. I mean, that was our second home.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day of the 4-track tape player and the 8-track tape players, and I don't think I've seen any real muscle cars out there lately. All we see is these guys with expensive exhaust systems that just, they break the windows when they drive by somebody's house.
Oh, yeah.
but there aren't really muscle cars out there like there used to be, which is kind of sad, you know.
It is sad.
Anyway, I just thought I'd drop that on you guys, and thanks a lot for you're doing. And don't worry, Jeff, AI will never replace you guys.
All right, Mark, thanks for the call.
Y'all cheers.
Bye-bye. I had a real similar setup in a '56 Chevy when I was a kid. I had the 396. It was bored out to 421, and that vertigate linkage that he's talking about. It was a straight shifter. It went forward was first, back was second, and then it had a little T-bar underneath the pickup. That was third, and then hold it up, and that was fourth. Loved that car.
Ooh.
I was 18 years old, and I could barely turn a wrench.
Hot rodding is a thing of the past now because you buy, and these kids can buy a car now that has 1,000 horsepower, 2,000.
Yeah.
I was looking at a new Bugatti there, which is an expensive car, but it comes with over 2,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, and the problem is these kids don't know how to drive them. Kids, adults, right?
Well, you can buy fast cars now. We used to have to make cars fast. That was my goal all my life.
Sounds like back in the day, it was, well, that truck over there had that differential. They didn't have Currys, and they didn't have all these people out there making differentials. You had to go find it at some other car or a truck.
Boneyard
stuff to make it happen.
Those were good days.
We had to make cars fast.
Yeah.
So.
And hottest thing, whatever, and everybody'd have one the next week.
Yep.
New carburetor or new the velocity stacks.
Edelbrock, the company Edelbrock, they're almost out of business.
Yeah.
There's no garage parties anymore where all the guys go and hang out and destroy cars.
Loved it. It was so cool.
Engine, open hood, everyone just standing around.
A lot of fun.
Checking the engine out.
You were king for the day when you bought the new car. Everybody, you'd pull into the driveway and everybody come and look at the new car and talk to you about what how much. What'd you get? Did you get a deal? $18.99. It's like, oh man, you paid that much for this.
Whoa!
Things you couldn't do anymore. I can remember in school, in high school, I had a car and put multiple carburetors and Edelbrock heads, and then lunchtime all the guys would come out and look at my car, look at it, and the principal or somebody from the office says, please don't come bring that car back again. Everybody would be tardy, go back.
Kid from class over here.
All right, let's get to.
He said tardy.
Let's get to Larry in Newport Beach. Larry, what can we do for you, sir?
Hey, hi, Leon. I'm sitting here with my wife, Sam.
Oh, hello, Larry and Sam. God, good friends of mine. They're really good friends.
We talked to you on your birthday a few weeks ago.
Yeah, happy birthday to you.
A couple of months ago, I bought me a new BMW i7, fully electric, and it's the best car I ever had. And I know you're a big fan of electric cars.
Well,
I thought we were friends.
I tell you, this thing is beautiful. It's huge. My wife loves the back seat. I can chauffeur her around. She'll sit back there.
I thought I was going to say something.
And it's just got all the bells and whistles. It's fast. It's heavy. It's got a low center of gravity. It'll never tip over.
No, it's a nice car.
What's wrong with that?
The problem is, I know you go to Palm Springs and back. Try driving it to New York.
I can easily go a round trip on a charge.
To New York?
No, you go there, but in events,
to Palm Springs.
The electricity is out somewhere. It's not for me. I bought an electric car. You had to get a special event charging system at home if you charge it at home, installed, $240. And so it's just. To me, it's a nice car. If you're local driving like you, I have no quarrels with that. But if you don't go long distances and things, it's just something that little anxiety sets in when you got to take an hour. In fact, I got the news last Thanksgiving time, I think last year, Harris Ranch, that's halfway between here and San Francisco, there was a mile and a half of Teslas waiting to get charged. So to get a full charge, you got to sit there for an hour.
What if you die on the way in? What if your car just goes all the way out?
It is a great car, Larry. It's no kidding. In fact, when they first started coming out with electric cars, I remember a guy on my show, I should say our show, Motor Boys and me, a guy called in and he says, ever since I've owned that car, I've gained so much weight. And I didn't understand. He says, all the charging stations are in restaurants. So, I got to go in there and sit for an hour and eat.
Well,
but it's a nice car.
Right,
You're right.
See you sometime. I'll give you a ride.
All right, I look forward to it.
All right, Larry. Thanks.
Nice seeing you.
Thanks for the call. Bye-bye now.
Before we jump on the next one, do you mind if I go online and a guy actually got a question for George, about to bring it up. Fred over there on YouTube put, I worked in aerospace, both Hughes Aircraft and Northrop Grumman. George, did you ever meet Howard Hughes, and what fighter planes did you fly?
Well, I was never honored to meet Howard Hughes. I've read a couple of the books on him, and my airplane and I were involved in some of the sound effects for the movie The Aviator, which was about Howard Hughes. So he's been kind of a favorite person of my whole life, reading about him and seeing the companies that he started. So that's what I know about Howard Hughes. Did you ever meet him?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Were you born when he was so?
The last 10 years of his life, nobody met him.
No, right?
I never met him.
Very reclusive.
But I met his wife. His wife, Jean Peters, was an excellent customer of mine, and all the cars we took care of, sir, and we sent the bills to the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas. But I never had the pleasure of meeting him. But I have worked on his cars, and that's a true fact.
Yeah. And well, Jean Peters was an actress, and
she was the nicest lady ever. She'd come in my shop and just sit there and wait for us to make some adjustments on her car or something, and then I'd pick up her car at home and we'd have coffee.
Wow. I'm telling you, Leon, you got to write a book.
Right.
I mean,
a few of them.
I just think about it as it comes up.
Now, were they living in Bel Air then?
Pardon?
Were they living in Bel Air?
Well, I don't know both. She was that's just after they split up.
Okay.
They'd split up, and she was living in Beverly Hills in one of his houses, she told me.
So, real quick before they go to the break, give them the number.
Oh, the number. Get in. Please give us a call, 866-870-5752.
Getting better.
All right. Paul in San Jose, we'll get to you as soon as we get back from the break. You're listening to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we'll be right back.
Yep. You got it all locked away in there.
Like you got right notes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's my 55, or one of my 55s.
What we're going to have to do to get your book going is that we're going to have to go through all of our old episodes with you on there and start just piecing them out, and get a whole list of them.
Make notes or something, it just pops up.
It was Christmas time. We did some guy's red Mustang. Disney? I think he was part of Disney. His wife did it for him. He rebuilt the whole Mustang.
Wow.
And we had to go deliver it. I remember delivering it with you. It was like the day before Christmas or something.
Wow.
Lance probably remembers a lot of movie stars. I got it written down a list. I wrote down.
I think it was part of Disney or something.
No, we just got a call from New Mexico.
Hey. And George, I got another one later when we have some breaks about an F-15.
Okay.
You know about those?
Nothing. But in the meantime, I'll read up on it.
Where's the Cliff Notes?
I could write a book about the movie stars. I don't think about this. Something pops up.
Not the Beach Boys.
This is Commander
Cody.
I
here to say, because I was driving that Model A.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
That's right, from San Francisco to San Diego, from LA to Phoenix to Vegas, we got you covered.
And we are all over the internet, folks. I see everyone on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble. This should be up on X too. So just make sure if you have any questions for Leon, for George, for Lance, for Jeff, for any of us, if it moves people or goes bang or boom, we're here for you. Let's go.
All right, and let's get out to West San Jose for Paul. Paul, what can we do for you, sir?
Hey.
Hey.
Evening, Paul.
Hey. Yeah, I got that weird question. Can you still buy a flamethrower? That's one of the two things I never fired in the military.
Well, that's a loaded question. Get it?
Yeah.
The Tesla company made one called not a flamethrower. That is a flamethrower that will shoot a flame out about 5-6 feet. Those you can get. I don't know how they got away with it, but they managed to get, and you can buy those in California if you can find one. They don't make them anymore. No. We had one at an auction or two ago, and it went fairly reasonable, $500-600. But as far as a military grade, no.
Why does he want one?
Yeah. Why, exactly. Why do you want one?
Oh, well.
Just because you want one?
I guess it's illegal, right?
Well, you can. There are workarounds that people have found because it's actually about what you're using as the ignition and the propellant for it. But go to throwflame.com. It looks like they sell quote unquote flamethrowers there, but yeah, there are ways to find.
We don't recommend it.
No,
we're not advocating for you to get one, but if you need one for any type of reason, there are.
Just because it says firearms doesn't mean
we don't want you to light your arms on fire
or your neighborhood. There's enough of that going on in California.
So you're talking about Howard Hughes and Grumman. Did you ever meet General Doolittle, James Doolittle?
I spent quite a lot of time with General Doolittle.
Oh, yeah?
At the Doolittle reunions, I was flying a B-25 bomber, which is a model that they flew off the Hornet from the Doolittle raid. So I got to know him and his co-pilot and Dick Cole. And Dick Cole was the last surviving of the whole crew of the Doolittle Raiders. He passed away about 3 years ago. Interesting.
And I got a riddle for you.
Yeah.
Make it quick. We get a lot of calls to get to. Go ahead.
Okay. I have and I have not fired an AR-15. How is that possible?
I don't know.
I fired its superior cousin, M16.
Okay, very good. Paul, thanks for the call. Take care now. Missed it by that much.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning Doolittle on our last show and all that. You quickly mentioned something about that. So when that name popped up, I knew you were going to be able to say a little more about it. Wonderful. Right. Great call.
Oh, boy. We've got Bobby in Phoenix wants to talk to Leon because he has a sexy voice. How are you, Bobby?
Hello, Bobby.
Hi, my brothers.
How are you?
I'm trying to take deep breaths, the kind you take before you go on a mission. Oh. Short, deep ones, and then a long, deep one, so you can go do the deed. Leon, you are an amazing gift to my feminine ears. Your voice is the most sultry, soft, slow, like rolling waves of Pacific or Atlantic.
Because I wouldn't listen when I was a kid.
If you do write
I had to talk slow.
Please do a verbal book also. That will make it sell 10 times as much. You know what I mean by verbal. Do one that you just,
Oh, she wants you to make a talking book.
A recording of your book. What do you call that?
Oh, a recording of my book.
Yeah.
God, I don't know where to start. I've had such an interesting life. I've got a great family, and God, I wouldn't know where to start. I really have, for a little guy coming from North Carolina and meeting all the people that I've met, and it all just happened. It's just happened. That's all I can say, and I love every minute of it. I've had a great life.
Hey, isn't God wonderful? And look at me, on a Sunday, I get to go learn about biblical history, which I love. And at night, I get to listen to all my brothers talking on the porch while I'm cranking the ice cream crank. It reminds me of my granddad, because they talk about cars and guns. So there's no question.
Perfect show
compliments for all of you all.
Well, thank you so much, Bobby.
And Leo, to you, your voice is magnificent. I'm good at reading voices. Okay, I don't have to see it.
My voice is not. You guys hear all that now?
You're turning him 16 shades of red here now.
Wait a minute. I know you guys. I've worked with your type of men, and the big crane. They must be because okay, that's
Oh, you're breaking up, Bobby.
Men who know how to turn a wrench and how to make things work. Okay, and I appreciate that because it's just.
Well, I appreciate you, Bobby. God bless you.
Okay, Bobby.
You are all amazing, and you're a pleasure because at night then I turn on the radio. I don't watch television anymore because it's nothing but BS, and I don't adhere to that.
Well, there you go.
Love you all bunches, and Leon, your voice, just force yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
And do it in segments. Don't do the whole thing in one big fat book. Do it and tantalize the public, man. Just do chapters. Leon, chapter 1. Okay? And write that down.
All right. I'll work on that.
Bobby, thanks as always. We'll talk to you later.
Always
Bye-bye.
appreciate you, Bobby. Off air, we always call Leon Southern Honey over here because of that voice. So that's fine.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see who's been waiting the longest. Let's get to Jerry in New Mexico. Jerry, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Jerry.
Just hearing you talk, I just wanted to tell you a little story. When I was a kid, I was riding my bicycle back from the beach off of 190th and Hawthorne Boulevard, and I happened to come on to a movie being filmed. It was Gone in 60 Seconds, the original, where they crashed the Mustang into the Cadillacs. Well, right across the street from there is a car wash where they actually ended up, and then across the street from that is a dealership. When I was 16, which I wasn't at that time, but when I got 16, I bought my first car there for $800. It was a '65 GTO with just wanted to talk to somebody and say something. I'm a truck driver. I'm over the road, and I was listening to you, so figured I'd tell you the story.
We appreciate it. Thanks.
Cool.
Thanks so much, Jerry.
All right, you guys have a good day.
You too. Take care.
God bless you. Be safe out there.
Okay, Leon, that opens up a couple lines. Where did they get hold of us?
A couple of lines. Give us a call, 866-870-5752. Now, let me do it again with my voice.
Oh, yeah.
866-870-5752.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Bobby, I hope you appreciated that.
I hope you got that. Go ahead and record that.
Oh, yeah.
So, real fast, since we got a couple minutes before the top, that second question I had for George was about the F-15, I believe. It could fly even if it had a wing blown off, and how is that possible and land safely?
So during the Israeli war in 1999 or something, an F-15 of the Israeli Air Force was hit by a ground-to-air missile and took out the outboard half of the right wing of that airplane. And most airplanes would not continue to fly. But the way that airplane was built and the fact that he had two engines, he could overpower one engine to help offset the loss of lift on one wing. And he got back to the base. But it was just a fortunate situation how it was built, where the wing separated from the inboard part of the wing stayed on the airplane.
So you got lucky.
Very lucky.
The strength of that single engine was enough to pretty much carry it and balance it out.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Technology, folks. No,
exactly.
But wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, that came over. I believe that was Mr. Enigma over there online. But thank you. You guys keep putting down your questions for all the gentlemen here. We're more than happy to answer any of them. And make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure that more people are hearing this, hearing these beautiful voices. And I hope you guys are enjoying yourself so far. Anything else going?
Well, we've got more phone calls, but again, we've got a couple of lines open now. What's the number, Leon?
Number is 866-870-5752. Again, at 866-870-5752.
Okay. We've only got 2 minutes till the hard break at the top of the hour. So, Ben in Las Vegas, we will get to you next, but we're going to wait through the thing so we don't have to cut you off quick.
Wow. And just in case you guys are feeling a little timid to call or these are important, I got a couple of questions for these guys too.
Yeah.
Just a couple of things to keep it fun and keep it light. Don't want to put too much pressure on them, but we'll go ahead and bring it up after. But like I say every time, these are my favorite shows. It was hard to be late to this one, folks.
Well, and of course, our next second
Power.
Packed hour. We'll take more phone calls. Well, Leo, we stole everything from you.
Everything.
Power packed hour. So
That's it.
true. This is a power packed show.
Well, I mean, with all the horsepower, gun power.
Well, I'm really excited about my son here because, he followed me all these years working on cars in the garage, and he'd getting greasy and dirty, and his mother'd be upset walking in the house.
Walking the house by boots on.
But I'm real proud of him.
Well, I can completely understand why.
Used to love seeing the motor men over at our show before.
It was
It's been
a
a
lot
while. I
of
had
fun.
to dust off the old shoes. It's been a while.
Very cool. All right, guys, you're listening to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And again, when we get back, it's more phone calls. Quick, what's the number?
866-870-5752.
All right, and Ben from Vegas will get to you as soon as we get back. You're listening to Gunslingers, and we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. More minutes, so what do you do?
What's that?
You still got 3 minutes?
To the
long commercial break.
Yeah,
on
the
this
long
one.
the top and bottom of the hour are long commercial breaks. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm used to right at the end.
there's that's my Woody. Oh, damn it!
I'm about to see something else.
Anyone need
It's a 1950 Woody. So
I'll get up and water for anyone. Everyone good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Thank you.
No problem.
Any more car calls, Lance, and take those.
No, we're all good.
Well, we've got one for George, one for me. Somebody wants to
I'll
talk
just
about
step in.
Steve Hilton, and somebody wants to say hello to you. That's what we got on hold right now.
It's all good.
It's all good.
All good. I'm here for moral support.
Oh man!
When you talk, I probably should move that over.
Well, that's we're sharing.
Yeah, that old 56 I was talking about, that had a 421, an 850 Holly on it.
One of the 50s at Pontiac.
No, Chevy.
Chevy.
Yeah, and I had two old bucket seats, those fiberglass bucket seats with the vinyl black pullover, that kind of sort of sat in them. And I'd broken the passenger seat so many times from whomping on it with friends and knocking them back into the back. I ended up eventually. I went to I was at a laundromat, and I bought I borrowed one of those, the fiberglass chairs with the legs on the bottom, and we pried off the legs, and I just bolted that to the floor. So I would be here, and the passenger would be.
So, you see that one?
Yeah.
He's got a bit of a bone to pick about not knowing much or a little bit of our pro Bianco thing he wants to say a little. That's why I'm giving the heads up.
Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't even make it to the water cooler yet.
You said that's a 421, so that was a Pontiac engine.
No, it was a 396 Chevy, bored out to 421. Yeah. Yeah, I did 11.9 on a Wednesday night, and this is what we very first started talking about this way back. On Wednesday night was amateur night, and all you had to have was a helmet and a scatter shield.
9 seconds was fast back then.
11 seconds, 11.9. Yeah,
I said 9.
yeah, but that was the car I drove to work.
When I went to Nashville for college, it run what you brung. So people just showed up with their Toyota truck. Or it was kind of fun because they bracket it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fun watching.
Well, Irwindale, Wednesday nights was just amateur night. Anybody pretty much could show up.
Right.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Then you got the big dogs, they roll through. And
Oh, yeah.
We just did that on the street.
Yeah. Did that a lot, too. I blew that thing up on the street, actually. My timing chain came apart and the whole motor went.
Yeah.
Bits and pieces of it everywhere.
We went out with my buddy. I grew up with this guy named Shane. He had this Corvette 82 Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
I remember Shane. Just Shane.
Oh, Shane.
He had the 82 Corvette. He gutted it. He had this guy build this NASCAR engine in it. This thing was fast. I mean, this thing was 5-speed. I mean, this whole thing was down to the bone. We went to the place, Kevin's Burgers. and this guy, this Mustang, he's talking crap and all this stuff. And so we ended up going somewhere, and we're going to run these things. I'm like, dude, you want me to run your car? He was kind of nervous. He's like, no, we're good. Just get out and we'll do it. This guy's putting Clorox bleach down. He's burning the tires. I'm like, oh no. I know his car's fast. And he dumped the clutch and bam, the two axles in the back just shrunk.
Oh.
Tires went through the fender. We just sat there stuck. We didn't go 100 yards.
Oh.
He put this differential in there. He put these half shafts in there. That thing it'll pull a wheelie almost.
Wow.
It was fun. I'm glad the cops didn't come. Good story.
Yeah, I remember telling me about that.
The half shaft, both of them twist, just like they're nothing. They're stock.
Wow. Got Annie. Annie and Newell said should have had a bonus hour for this great group. Fastest hours anywhere. If there was any other time to do it, this would be the night.
That's it. Let's go.
People are pouring in, and all the love for both of you, everyone here. So, thank you guys.
Who we have to talk to? Get 3 hours.
I had 3 hours for a long time.
Yeah.
Man. 3 hour show for a long time.
Well, you were probably the last Mohican over there, weren't you?
What's that?
You were the last Mohican over there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Who else was over there?
The older guy that left was the one during the week, John Phillips.
Is he gone now too?
No,
he's
goes
still
in
there.
the week. That's the only local show.
He does it from his home, though, doesn't he?
Sometimes Palm Springs or somewhere he talks about.
Conservative voices cut through the noise from breaking headlines to fearless opinion.
They're bringing up that Lance isn't the biggest Beach Boy fan. Oversaturated, is that what happened?
That's what's going on right here. Back when he just kept playing. I'm like, it's something else, you know.
There's other music, I swear.
I still,
And
that's all I listen to.
Then it just went to that.
Me too.
I don't like it. I met that guy several times.
Yeah, listening to the Sunday morning show, these two guys would matter back and forth about what kind of song we should hear.
Oh, there's even a question for you, Lance.
I didn't do very well on that.
No.
I lost.
Let Lance talk, so.
I'm fine.
He acted like it was his show, you know?
Yeah.
Really?
Everybody wanted his music.
Yeah.
Oh, let me looking kind. They got a dog speed and a 389. Zooming up now, we're wine. Button up, blow it out, GTO.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
All right, as promised, let's get to Ben in Vegas. He's been waiting a long time. Appreciate that. Ben, what can we do for you, sir?
Welcome, Ben.
Thanks, guys. Hey, I have a question. I picked up some ammunition at a Bass Pro Shop, and nobody could tell me anything about it. And so I decided to buy some and take it home and research it and see what I could find out about it. But I can't find anything. It's called 21 Sharp, SAARP. Have you ever heard of it, or do you know anything about it?
I don't. I know lots of Winchester calibers. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
What? Repeat that one more time.
He said Winchester 21 Sharp.
Sharp.
Yeah, it's Winchester, and it's got it's a rimfire, and it's got a shell like a 22 long rifle, but it's got a long conical hollow point bullet that seems to be smaller diameter than 22 long rifle.
Yeah, they are
and
new.
I have.
They're new?
They're new. It's a new rimfire cartridge designed to offer improved performance over the 22 long rifle, particularly in terms of accuracy and lead-free projectile options.
And you knew that, didn't you?
Oh, off the top of my head.
That's straight off of Google.
Do they pay you for that?
They better.
They ought to. Anyway. Yeah, so apparently that's a brand new round. No wonder I haven't heard of it, because, in California we're so limited as to what we can get here new.
I would think this bullet would tumble, though.
I'd have to check into it before I can really give you an educated answer. I don't see why tumbling would make.
What's tumbling?
Well, literally, it comes out like a football, and then after a while, it would start to.
Some of the things that they're actually already saying about them, they have a higher velocity, so that'll cut down on the tumbling, and they're a flat shooter, so they're flatter than the 22 LR.
And usually, tumbling comes when your barrel is worn out, and it will tend to make the bullet want to bounce going down the bullet because it's not really sealing anymore. So as it goes out, it's going to start to tumble. You don't see that too often anymore. Old days with with black powder and old lead and stuff, it was a different story. But not today's world, you don't see tumbling too much anymore.
I learn something every day.
Yeah. So
The box, muzzle velocity 1,500, and at 50 yards, it's 1287. 100 yards, 1121. So that's pretty high velocity.
That's high velocity, and it's probably fairly light. So sounds like an interesting round. I will check into it and give me a couple of weeks. Call us back, and I'll let you know what I found out.
Yeah.
All righty.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Take care now.
Yeah, they're saying that the price-wise, it's trying to be competitive with the regular 22 LR. So maybe they're trying to change the game.
All right. Okay. Now we have somebody who's upset with me because of the Chad Bianco versus Steve Hilton. He's a Steve Hilton fan. So as long as he behaves and be nice, we'll let him on. How are you, Scott?
Evening, Scott.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. What's going on?
What can we do for you?
Yeah, I think he disparaged him just because he has a British accent. The man's a U.S. citizen. He's on many shows on the Salem News Network. And I just wish you would do your homework before you criticize a fellow conservative.
Yeah, Jeff, do your
I
homework.
believe he is the best person to regain the governorship of California.
Well, fair enough. I don't per se, but that's okay. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. You have yours. I have mine. I did not look into him. I've actually met him because
I've met him a few times.
Yeah, he's been to several KRLA. What do they call them? The
town halls.
Town halls. So I've actually met him in person a few times, and I just like Chad Bianco much better. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough. I appreciate your call, though, and take care. And you know what? I will take him over anybody that's got a D at the end of their name. So don't get me wrong. I just would rather see Chad than Steve. All righty?
Okay. Well, the last thing I would like to say is we have to unite behind one person.
Agreed. And whichever one comes out at the top, I will be 1,000% behind.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, doke.
Thank you.
You
Absolutely.
bet. Thank you. Now.
And they spoke about each other too. That if either one takes the lead on this, they're going to back the other one as they should. So
hey, you know what? If he ends up taking it over from Chad, I will try and get him on the show, regardless of what Salem says.
And picking on his British accent, we don't pick on Leon with his New York accent.
Oh, forget about it. What are you kidding me over here? All right, hey, you know what? We got a couple of lines open now, Leon. What's that number?
That number is 866-870-5752.
All right.
Again, 866-870-5752.
We have a friend out in Covina, Sean, that calls in now and again. He wants to talk to you about a B-25. Sean, how are you?
Evening, Sean.
I'm a little under the weather, but listening to all five of you is making me feel much better.
Love to
Thank
hear
you
it.
kindly.
Love to hear it.
And I would like to salute the five amigos of the Motor Slingers. And Jeff, did you have a birthday soon? A little while ago?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Well, happy upcoming birthday,
Thank you,
Jeff.
sir.
I wish you get another car and another
No, not until I finish the ones I got. I got to kind of, my mechanic, my mechanic, Vinny Boombots over here,
He's up to his neck.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, what can we do for you tonight, Sean?
Anyway, I have a question for George. And last time I asked you a question, and you just knocked it out of the ballpark with the story about the flying with the co-pilot to Doolittle. Now, I would like for you to share some some of the valor of the Doolittle team. I know a lot of them. If you knew any of their stories of how they escaped in China, and if you know the story about the one plane that flew to the Soviet Union and how they got out, and if you could also maybe tell about why the twin boom makes the B-25 easier to fly.
Well, the B-25 actually has got a single tail and with two verticals on it, which is just a design technique. It a little bit more control with less surface area than one single rudder. So that's the advantage of the two vertical stabilizers on the B-25. As far as all the other things go, we could talk all night about the Doolittle raid and all the various stories of the 16 crews that survived. Briefly, though, the one airplane that diverted and went to Russia instead of went to China, the crew was held as basically prisoners of war in Russia for quite a while. Then they managed to get to a less controlled area, and they finally got smuggled into Iraq, and then from Iraq they got back to the West. Did that answer that question, Sean?
Oh, yes, that answers it very well. And excuse me about saying booms. I'm not sure you said a twin vertical stabilizer. And I noticed that after the war, they got rid of the B-26, but they kept the B-25 for a long time, and even the Soviet Union kept it to the late 50s. So that's very remarkable.
Yeah, the reason was it's the B-25 a little bit easier to fly than the B-26, and they kept it in the service till in the 1960s. They finally stopped using them as a bomber trainer, which became a TB-25, and that's why there's so many now still flying around in the museums and air shows.
Oh, okay. If we have time, I'd like to ask Leon a question.
Go ahead, real quick.
Real quick. I have a friend. He's dearly afraid of flying, and he's got a large problem flying. I wonder if you could help him with it. I know if you would talk to him and maybe put him in your airplane, he would be alleviated of that fear of flying. Now, Jeff, I want you to look into Leon's eyes. He is going to alleviate you of your fear of flying. Look into his eyes. Leon will
forget
not
about it.
I don't have a fear of flying.
No, I do. Both of these, Sean,
this is a setup.
Both of these guys have offered to take me up in the air, and I told them both very politely, hell no.
As politely as you could.
But I told him that's pretty normal for a lot of people. But I think George could take him up, or and I think the fear would go completely away.
Yeah.
First thing we'd do, you're flying. Put you on the control, and you'd be so busy enjoying what you're doing that the fear would go away. Then you'd come back, wow, I really...
You know what? I could go up in your airplane, and I don't think I'd have a problem. Where my problem is with commercial flying. Because to me, you're just a cow in the back of a cattle prod thing. And you just sit there, and you got no idea. What was that? Who? Nobody's going to come tell you, oh, that was just turbulence. Da, 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 da. And the very first time I ever flew, I'm 16 years old. I'm in Seattle, and I'm coming back down to California on the red eye, 2 a.m. I get on. I watched the Twilight Zone. Get on this airplane. There's 3 people, including me, on this airplane. Right? And I have no idea what to expect. I just figured, well, you're here and you're just there. I wasn't expecting to take off. That thing pushed me back in my chair. I'm like, I didn't know anything of what was going to happen. Nobody briefed me, and I'm 16 years old and alone at 2 a.m. after I watched it. I mean, everything was set up to be wrong, and that was my first flight ever. And I said,
So you don't fly anymore?
I haven't flown. When I left the band, that was part of the reason I left the band, because we would fly all over the place all the time, and I couldn't take it anymore.
No, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I had really long hair back then. It was coming out in droves, and I've heard of male pattern baldness, but not from everywhere.
What kind of pattern is this?
Yeah, it was a pattern of everywhere, and so I just said, that's it. We went to Anchorage for the Alaska State Fair for a week, and when we got back, I said, guys, if we don't drive, I ain't going. And That was how I
flown
spent.
since.
Not since 1990.
Wow.
Yeah, August of 1990. I actually still remember the date. Anyway, guys, you're listening to Motor Slingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
Quick, Sean,
Real
quick.
Leon.
Yes.
Leon, Lance, George, and Jimmy. Jump, Jeff, tie him up, and we'll put him in a plane tomorrow.
Goodbye, Sean. We'll be right back, guys.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm a wrecking airports.
See,
You know, Leon, I think he could be a lost cause.
I just about bet on
Well,
it.
probably in the small plane, but do you get nervous riding on the bus sitting in the back?
No, but I can see, and it's right there. And
Yeah, no, I think if you rode with either Leon or I, you sit up front and you have the control, you could play with it and then, make turns. You'd be all.
I probably would be. But understand, from here to SeaTac was very nothing. And we landed in SeaTac. We had a long layover. When we left SeaTac to Anchorage, it was like 4 p.m, and we had so many what do they call headwinds that plane was like this.
Turbulence and stuff.
You know, I always tell people it was kind of like being in a 50 Chevy truck on the railroad tracks inside of an elevator. That's what it was like inside that, and it was the worst flight. And one of the guys in my band didn't like to shower, and I had to sit next to him. Everything that you could possibly imagine went wrong, went wrong.
Oh.
I love this song. Welcome back. You're just dying, aren't you?
No, it's good. I like that.
Okay, all right. All right, welcome back to Motor Slingers right here on
The Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
We're just going to jump right back into the phones because we still got a lot of calls.
Yep.
Let's get to Howard in West LA, wants to talk to Leon. Howard, how are you, and what can we do for you?
Evening, Howard.
Beneficiary of the shop classes at Fairfax High. They didn't have any kind of football team, but I learned how to do a tune-up on a Chevy, even a Ford, and a few other things. And I helped an install mechanic at, I was in the scrap metal business, and most of my customers were engine rebuilders. And there was this one installer who couldn't get an engine to work while it was in the car. And he had it working outside, running outside. And I said, you've coiled all those ignition wires together, and they're acting like a transformer, and they're sharing electricity with other spark plugs. Inductive, whatever the heck they call it.
They had it crosswired.
I learned things in auto shop when I was shown. I couldn't read for crap. And, sorry about that.
That just means that you went to LAUSD, just like me. Yeah.
I can barely hear you.
Well, okay. All right, Howard, I think we have a bad connection because you're kind of breaking up, too. So,
okay.
Leon, you got something?
Next week I go, one thing, one of my favorite airplanes of World War II was the PBY, the consolidated PBY. It was our first stealth bomber.
Well, sort of.
They painted it black. It would fly like a sailplane. They'd see a target, like a Bay Area where the Japanese were unloading cargo. It was lit up. They'd fly in, with the engines cut, and just drop a load of small bombs. And then they'd sort of glide off, start the motors, and get the hell out of town. I think they had a top speed of about 185 miles an hour.
On a good day. Yeah, those guys were called the Black Cats.
I read something about it, and it was in a YouTube video, a YouTube link.
Yeah.
So anyhow, have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Howard.
And mazel tov on your upcoming birthday.
Thank you, sir.
God
We'll
bless
talk to you later.
Howard.
Bye-bye now.
Thanks so much. Real fast, there is a question out here for Lance because your trade that you have been doing for a bit. They want to know, are Snap-ons still made only in the U.S.? The tools and Snap-on.
90% of it's made in the U.S.
90%, so that's a pretty good percentage. Okay, well,
they still got their Blue Point's made overseas, and a couple of the electrical ratchets and guns or so forth are overseas.
Okay. Well, that was from Fred over on YouTube. Everyone online, if you have a question you want to put up there, I got a couple more. I actually got one for you too, Jeff. Do you have any 22 recommendations?
As far as
gun
ammo,
as in gun, I think this might be a quote unquote loaded question. It is from Johnny, so just in case, that might ring a bell or anything for you. Everyone loves a good 22. What are your recommendations for 22 pistols, revolvers, and rifles that enthusiasts should own?
Well, for handguns, always a Model 41. It's just the best, my favorite gun of all time, and for a rifle, a 10-22 Ruger, you just can't beat them.
Nope.
So, so there. And John, you can ask me that anytime. John works for that's Annie's husband. Well, Leon, what else is going on?
Just having a good time. Just keep going, you know.
You enjoying retirement? It scares me to death. I was going to say, but we're all kind of alike in retirement and me just don't get along.
Well, work to me was pleasure.
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't have enough to keep me busy, you know. George keeps me busy.
Time to write that book. You need to write the book, keep you busy.
Yeah.
I need to get a ghostwriter to help me more than anything, and I could do that. You know, but for me to sit down and start writing, I tried it one time and I got carried away, and then right here, I should have mentioned that up here, and it was more trouble than it was worth.
Well, now you got AI.
Well, there is that. I mean, you know, I told you about. By the way, you guys know that the last time you were on, that was when we very first started this blasting
shorts,
thing that we do on these 30-second shorts, and a short that has you and George talking on our show has over 250,000 views.
Wow.
Amen. You guys bring a lot to this show.
Yeah, so...
Well, Jess, should I get an agent?
I don't need one. You might need one, though. I tell you what.
Maybe Leon, you should just record anytime you have a conversation
Well,
with anyone.
I wrote one book, Keep This Book in Your Glove Compartment. It's the name of it. Mm-hmm. And it took me a year or two to write it, and it was about... You'd keep it in your glove compartment, and if your car broke down, you pulled into a shop or something, and they said you need a water pump. You could go and look up water pump, and within a paragraph, I would tell you where it was right. Whatever they told you, that it matched what I'm telling you in a paragraph. And it took me a long time. Berkeley Publishing out of New York published a book for me.
Very cool.
Wow. And somebody called the other day about it, and they got it on Amazon.
Very cool.
Keep this book in your glove compartment.
Now, I did get a question earlier today about having you on tonight, and they wanted to hear some Steve McQueen stories.
Well, nothing's really exciting except riding motorcycles with him, you know.
That's exciting to me.
You know, he taught me
how to do a wheelie.
He taught me in to get a fast motorcycle, because when I first started riding with him, I forgot what I was riding, a Yamaha or something, dirt bike, and I got a Husqvarna. He says, Leon, you need a Husqvarna, and it was an animal. It was a great two-stroke. And so just little stories like that.
Well, that movie On Any Sunday.
That was probably in Indian Dunes, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That movie On Any Sunday with Malcolm Smith, of course, and Steve McQueen, and that was the bike of the time. Everybody was riding a Husqvarna, right. And of course they made guns too.
Yeah, I was going to say that's another thing. Johnny's probably ears are perking up over there.
Well, they had the fastest two-stroke motor.
Yeah.
You know, it's one you mix oil with the gas.
Right.
But it's a 500, and there's only one of the few two-strokes. If anybody ridden motorcycle, if you get the RPMs low, it won't accelerate fast. You know, like a four-stroke engine.
Okay.
So you give it the gas, it's got to build up the RPMs. With the Husqvarna, it came on and just took off.
Wow.
And I love that thing.
Yeah, it was a cool. But I mean, I used to go to the Capri Theater in West Covina, and every weekend on Saturday and Sunday at noon they would play On Any Sunday for like 3 years.
Well, Husqvarna was like top notch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he gave me the name of the salesman, and there's a motorcycle shop on Pico Boulevard that I went and purchased that. Had to get a Husqvarna.
Very cool. Very cool. Let's get to Antoinette over in Sunset Beach. How are you?
Antoinette.
Hey guys, hi.
How are
Leon, welcome back. I missed you.
Oh, well, I miss you too.
And George, woohoo!
You smooth talker.
Going to the Lions Museum, okay? The night, Mr. Lyons, Colonel Lyons, I flew for them on their corporate jets. And I'll tell you what, the most wonderful people in the world. I used to fly with Continental Airlines as a stewardess, and they used to say that the Cal Air, I don't know, George, that it was a CIA Airlines, Cal West Airlines way back then. Did you hear anything about that?
Well, the two CIA airlines that I knew were, let me see, what were they called? Mostly operated in Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War. And the Cal Aero you mentioned, I think, is a California-based company, wasn't it?
It was, once upon a time, yes.
Yeah.
But Colonel Lyons, he started that airlines way back when. But I'll tell you, those two, he and his wife, were absolutely wonderful. I happened to fly with them as a corporate stewardess. I missed them. I went on the trip when he purchased that 1938 Phantom Rolls Royce. What a very cool Rolls Royce that was.
I've met General Lyons and his wife. I've been to their house and been to their house a couple of times, and he's got a museum right behind his house with all. He's a big car collector. He's a big car collector.
Amazing car collector.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Antoinette, we coming up on a hard break. We got to go. Thanks for the call. We'll talk to you
Good
later.
hearing from you, Antoinette.
Bye-bye now. All right, you're listening to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we still got calls coming in. We'll be right back.
Let's keep it.
I've been to his house.
No.
So that comes up, just pops up. I don't know. I went out there with Peterson.
Home developer in Orange County.
I sure would have liked to have seen Mr. Peterson's gun collection.
Largest in the world. It's in Fairfax. Everything went to the
NRA Museum.
NRA Museum. They got a wing out there called the Peterson, I'm told.
Yeah.
In his office, he had all the Gatling guns. A lot had like 5 or 6 Gatling guns.
Yeah, those things are very cool.
Every time he took a trip in the plane, he come back, he unloaded guns. He bought guns everywhere.
My kind of guy.
He really, his cars were nothing.
Yeah.
His gun was his collection.
Yeah.
He didn't even like cars.
Picking for a cause. Wow, there goes my Leon. Good to see you, Leon. That's over on YouTube. So, yeah, you have fans across all platforms, Leon.
Way up there. I think he might have passed away.
Do-do-do. Oh, so my little question for you guys. Driving and flying, oddest or most particular thing you've ever driven or flown?
What's that?
Like the oddest or maybe the most out of the box thing you've driven or flown, because people want to know. You guys have so much history and all those things. Is there like a what are they?
Well, I've driven a lot of cars.
Yeah, I mean, just like if there's any type of
not own them. No, I got cars.
What are they called when it's not really out yet, like a prototype or something that you may have driven or flown. That just because that's just kind of a piece of history you guys know and touched and felt so much, it might be a little fun for some.
Well, I bought a Bugatti and I drove a Bugatti. Paid $2 million.
You can tell them that story.
Wow.
You can tell them that story.
Huh?
You can tell them that story.
The Bugatti story, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a story.
Pretty sure George has flown a UFO or something.
I picked up Peterson was having a hard time walking, so I picked him up at his house, took him to the LA Auto Show. And, he wanted to go to the auto show, so I took him, and I've got a wheelchair for him to get him around. And have you ever been to the LA Auto Show?
Ages ago, but yeah.
Oh, anyway, they had Merkin cars, and then in the middle is where all they had the exotic cars when you're going from one section to another. And the Bugatti was there, first Bugatti in the United States. So Peterson said, stop. He looked at there. He said, I want to buy that car. He says, go in there and see if it's for sale. So he's sitting out in a chair. So I walk in, and I says, and then I met this Frenchman who's the owner. And I says, is that car for sale? He says, no, it's the only one. And
I said, oh, I said, Mr. Peterson would like to buy it. He said, well, I don't know, Mr. Peterson. I said, well, so I go out. Mr. Peterson's not for sale. Oh, BS, everything's for sale. I go back in there again, tell him, I said, he wants to buy it and whatever you want for it. And the guy says, it's not for sale, I told you. Then I got on the phone, called Dick Messler. He came over, and the two of us, and Peterson was all upset, says, everything for sale. We ended up buying the car. And everybody come back and says, mechanic buys Bugatti. We had it for a long time at the museum. But I bought it with Peterson's money, and Peterson says,
Was that a current production?
We have so many phone calls, we won't get time, so might as well do it now.
First one.
Yeah, those are.
It's still worse. We're still alive, so people are here.
Yeah.
But they says we could buy it, but he says it's going to stay till we go to the other auto shows, and then you can buy it. So Peterson won the first one, and just got.
But he didn't really drive it. Went from there to the museum.
Nah.
And that was it.
He just had to have it.
Bugatti.
That's all.
I know guys like that. I ain't one of them, but I know guys like that.
He just wanted a car, Peterson.
Well, oh, here we go. 409, she's real fine, my 409, my 409.
I had that in my race boat.
Well, I saved my pennies and I saved my dimes.
Giddy up, 409.
Though I knew there would be a time.
Giddy up, 409.
I would buy a brand new 409. Welcome back, everybody, to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And we got tons of phone calls. Let's get right back to it. Let's get to Ed in Riverside. How are you, Ed?
Evening, Ed.
I'm doing all right. Thank you. How about you all? It's good to have the Motor Slingers all together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good to be back together.
My question, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Oh, I wanted to ask Leon about if you have any recommendations on a good OBD2 diagnostic instrument.
Well, I think my son, Motorboy Lance, would know more about that.
Well, it all depends on what you're going to do. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. You just want to grab codes and that's it. Just a code reader you could get.
Well, yeah, that's.
You want to get a diagnostic. You want to go full diagnostic, and you got a lot of stuff out there. You got Snap-ons out there, got their diagnostic machines. You got Altel out there as well. If you just want a code reader, you can get one of those for cheap.
I was going to say, you can pick those up at any of the smaller places, too, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, right, but I wondered if you had a recommendation, if there's any.
Oh, anyone better than another?
Yeah, I don't want to buy anything made in China, and
that's about 98% of them, I think.
Well,
I mean, it all depends on how far you want to go with a diagnostic tool. I mean, if you want to pick up code,
I'm not looking for anything on the order of a scope. One of those code readers.
Yeah, you can pick those up anywhere. Mm-hmm. You can go to Amazon and pick one of those up. You can get one for your phone.
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. They attach to the phone? Or?
Well, you get the app.
Yeah, it's an
application. You get the app, but you get the little
it's an
the
app.
OBD2 module that plugs in there and it talks to your phone and tells you what's going on with it.
Huh. That's interesting. I had not heard of that.
Yeah, and you can drive with it and clear all your monitors. If you ever had a check engine light, you got to clear monitors over a period of time, and it'll check all that.
Look at that, convenient.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Ed.
I've never heard of that. Lance is right.
Yeah.
And just in case you're looking for a U.S. made, there is, if you go to www.top10-usa.com, they have best automotive scan tools 2025. And there's one clear winner on that list, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. So go ahead and check that out. top10-usa.com, and they've got a whole up-to-date list with a clear choice on there. So yeah, go ahead and check that out.
All right, thank you, because that's really what I'd like to find. Buy made in America as much as possible.
Very
Buy
good.
made in China, never.
There we go.
All right, Ed, thanks again. We'll talk to you later.
Always good to hear from
Bye-bye. Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Let's get over to Kirk in Long Beach. Has a question for Leon. What can we do for you, Kirk?
Hey, Kirk.
Hey, good evening, Leon. How are you, sir?
Doing great, Kirk.
Good, good. Hey, guys. I got a few fun facts on you, Leon.
Uh-oh. Be careful now. Keep it clean.
It's good stuff. It's where it all began for you. So I got a lot to say in a short time, so I'm going to let it rip. 8 years old, you were given a motorized bicycle, a Whizzer.
Yes.
Correct?
And a Cushman scooter. I had a Cushman scooter when I was 8.
Right. You put the Cushman together from parts.
That's
You
correct.
did that, but you were 8 years old when you had the Whizzer.
Yes.
At 9 years old, you had to rebuild the family lawnmower because you liked the sound of the power.
I put dual exhaust on the lawnmower.
Right? True story.
That's right.
From there, you wanted to be a NASCAR driver.
Correct.
From there, you were 23 years old in the Air Force, and you were allowed to manipulate the controls of a Boeing KC-97. I got to hear more on that.
Oh, this guy's reading your bio.
Well,
Leon Kaplan, this is your life.
Well, there's a lot of time in between there, coming to California and working, and then getting involved in the Air Force and the C-97. But going to Vietnam, and the guy, the captain there, was a real good friend of mine, and Bruce Payne, and so he would get me up there, just sit up there and fly this thing. And so that was the first plane that I actually, I guess, so-called flew, but it's really, I never checked out in it, but I flew it for maybe 30 minutes to an hour sitting up there.
Longer than most of us.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, hey, Kirk, we got a ton of calls and we're running out of time. Thanks.
One more quick thing.
Make it quick.
Everybody else gets away with it. Let me say it. And you were invited to go on the space shuttle.
That's correct.
Hey.
Wow.
To go into space.
Wow.
I was
Thank
out
you,
of
sir.
the 100. I wasn't the one. They've narrowed down to 100.
Well, they needed a good mechanic. They would love to have had you on there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hey, Kirk, thanks again. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Kirk.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's get. We still got almost every line taken up here. Let's get to Mike and El Segundo. Let's see. There you are. Hey, Mike.
Hey, good to talk to you, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
And you're welcome. Hey, Mr. Leon Kaplan, Motorman, great to hear your voice again. I miss your show. I wish you were back on the air full time.
So do I.
Wonderful. Thank you. Anyway, I have a few questions for you. Now, the time frame for this is kind of going back to mid and late 1970s, so maybe now is very different. But I remember back then for motorcycle fairings, you could get two kinds. One was attached to the frame of the motorcycle, so the headlight would always kind of point in the direction the frame was pointing, not where the front wheel was pointing when you steered it with the handlebars. And then the other kind of fairing would attach to the forks, or basically the front end of the motorcycle that steered when you steered that front wheel. And I had the question if one was better than the other. In other words, the one on the steering wheel, you have more weight and wind of the force, maybe going against your steering it, but at least your headlight at nighttime is pointing in the right direction where you're going. But then the other way, the fairing being attached to the frame of the motorcycle, the force is going more against the frame, but then the headlight can be pointing kind of in the wrong direction unless you have like a wide headlight.
Well, the only thing I know about the fairing, you got the road glide and you got a street glide. Mm-hmm. When you're turning around the corners, it's still the same. Unless you're sitting there, stop, and you turn, then the light kind of goes that way.
Right.
But if you're just riding the motorcycle, you're not going to tell the fairing what way it's actually going. So it's all kind of a preference.
I was just curious about that. I never had the fairing. I had the like crash bars, actually case savers. I remember I actually bought a motorcycle. My first one was a Honda CL360. I mentioned this to you, Jeff, I think the previous show. But I bought a 1975 model Honda CL360, which they marketed as like a sort of on-the-road, off-road vehicle that could do both. which you got to worry if maybe you won't do either one very well. But that one was sold with a front and rear drum brake, no disc brakes, and it was that one was being four-stroke. It was kind of a heavy motorcycle for its class, maybe to go in the dirt. But that one, I took it in for the 500-mile tune-up to, it was, I think, a Honda shop in Beverly Hills. It might have been Pico Boulevard, I don't remember exactly, so many years ago. And I wrote it in there. I could not ride it out after the tune-up. The mechanic had screwed up the timing so bad, I couldn't even ride it out. And then I realized that mechanic seemed like maybe he was high marijuana or something. There was something wrong. So I had to come back another time, have him do it again. And after that, I bought a bunch of Snap-on tools.
There you go.
Speaking of Snap-on.
Yeah,
and I figured, even though the Snap-on tools were higher priced, I figured it out with what they were charging me for these non-tune-ups to make the tuning even worse. Those prices, I could buy Snap-on tools I needed just to work on the motorcycle, and it would save money actually in the long run, and then I would learn how to do it myself, so that's what I did. So I bought the box wrenches and other tools and a torque wrench, all Snap-on, and I was really happy with them. The only issue
I'll sell you some more. Yeah. I'll sell you some more Snap-on.
Yeah. I still have them. I mean, they last you like a really, really long time. And
they do. Mike, you got to wrap it up. We got to get going.
Okay. The box wrenches were kind of thin, so you could get them into tighter places, but they're kind of a little sharp on the edges. They would kind of cut into your hand. So I was kind of wondering about that, why they were, made that way. Maybe they should have rounded them more on the edges or something along the length of it.
Mike, we're going to go on. We'll let him answer you off air. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for the You got anything for that?
I didn't understand what he was saying.
He was saying that the body of the wrench is a little thin, so when you go to turn it, it kind of cuts into your hands on Snap-on. Did they do that on purpose, or is that just the way they are?
No, it's the way they are.
Oh, so maybe wear gloves.
Speaking of motorcycles, real quick, I was in
Get calluses.
Solvang. Is it Solvang near San Ynez? I was in Solvang yesterday, Saturday, and went to a motorcycle. I highly recommend. They got a motorcycle museum there, and they got some of the most gorgeous old motorcycles. If you're ever in Solvang, go to the motorcycle museum. It is absolutely fantastic. It's the best motorcycle museum I have ever been to.
Wow, very cool, very cool. They have, you know what Abel scavers are? It's a
pancake.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. And they are so good. My mom used to take us there when I was little. Real quick, let's get to Robert in Downey. Robert, we only got about a minute. Go.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk to George about the old World War II bombers. They used to inject fuel into the oil system to start the engines. Are you aware of that?
Well, if you were in a cold climate, you would put fuel into the oil system to dilute it so it wouldn't get too thick. And then when you started up the engine, the oil would keep the engine lubricated, and the gasoline would just burn out,
evaporate
out of the system. So that's an old trick that they would do in cold weather. Yeah.
Now, another quick question: the spinner on the end of the cone on the end of the spinner, is that used for changing the pitch on the prop?
The bolt at the end of the spinner would just be, you open up take the spinner off so you get to the hub of the propeller.
Oh, did they have any pitch adjustments on that?
Well, they would check the blades. The blades would rotate in the hub, and so they had to check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why they had to get in there.
I thought maybe the cone had something to do with it.
No,
okay,
no, sir.
All right, I thought maybe it was a reservoir for fluid or hydraulic fluid that would adjust the pitch of the prop.
Well, that came from the backside of the prop into the hub.
I don't know that he heard you.
So the
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hydraulic fluid under pressure or oil under pressure would go into the hub of the propeller, and it would twist the blades to make them change their angle.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, Robert. Thanks for the call.
Okay,
We're going to commercial.
Guys. God bless,
Robert.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye. Take care now, guys. We're coming up on our last segment already.
Fastest.
2 hours in the week, right? Yeah. All right, you know what? You're listening to Motor Slingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And when we get back, we'll try to get to the phone calls we got hanging still.
Run through them.
We'll be right back.
George
There's
was
an app for
talking about
everything.
it's so cold because oil is real thick in airplanes. It's like 50 weight oil, and when it gets cold, it's so thick, so the big radial engines have a hard time starting. And we'd flip the
George,
switch,
while
and
we're
they'd
off-
pump
while
like
we're
10 gallons to each
offline,
engine in
Jim
the oil
online,
thing, just
the
to fan the
B-52
oil
and
out,
B-25s
and then
you
turn
used
pump
to
on
fly
at the
out
oil
of
pump
VNY
circuit, and then
though.
it'd start up. And aviation gas
Well,
evaporates
one is
real
up in
quick.
Madras,
If you
Oregon.
get it on your
That's
hand,
my
it dries
favorite
up with
heavenly
them.
body, and
That's why a lot of people use it in race because it's
Madras,
high
Oregon.
octane.
Madras, Oregon.
But if you get it on your hand,
The other one
just
was
10
executive
seconds, it's
suite,
dry.
which is now
Wow.
And so the gas would just evaporate
based in North
on the
Carolina,
oil.
but it's actually
Yeah, cold
Madras,
weather,
Oregon right now.
George
Guys,
is
we're-
right.
They're both in
I
Madras,
run
Oregon
I
right
run
now.
avgas in a couple of my cars just to keep them going
Nick,
now and
keep
again.
it
Don't
easy.
spoil,
So,
so
Jim,
that's
hope
the
you
good
heard that.
thing. It don't
They're both
spoil.
in Madras,
Yeah.
Oregon right now.
Yeah, not
Wait
like
a
the,
year, 2 years, it don't get old.
yeah. That 155 that was on the picture I use it there. Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I got the fastest set of wheels in town. Is there anything cooler than a 32 Ford?
Oh, pretty cool.
I mean, better than pretty
I
cool.
always said I had the fastest car in town. Supercharged, the only way to go.
Was you a 3-window or a 5-window? You're 32.
32. Actually, I never owned a 32.
No, I thought you did.
I've had some other Fords, but no, I never owned a.
I had a 32 coupe.
Oh, that's right.
The
You
red
did.
one.
No,
And the white one. No, the white one's 33.
I had a 22 Ford. 22 roasted Lance like that. I'm sorry we sold that car.
I think that's the name of the book. Everything Supercharged. Leon Kaplan.
Yeah. How to supercharge your
Everything.
Your weed whacker.
Your blender. Let's do it.
I'll tell you the story. I met a bootlegger one time back in North Carolina, and he had I didn't know what it was. I was watching him work on the car. I said, "What is that?" It's a supercharger. He said, "That's all you need to do to outrun the patrol." This is back in North Carolina.
Wow. I believe it. Let's get to Brent in L.A. Brent, how are you?
Evening, Brent. Shalom.
Shalom, you fast-driving, high-flying, straight-shooting gunslinger.
Thank you kindly. What can we do for you tonight, Brent?
Well, for our lovable legend, Leon, I again want to bless and thank you for doing so much to help short-circuit the Democrats' environment-destroying, economy-crushing, crazy electric car industry.
Amen.
That's Brent.
Well, more than fixing one automobile at a time, you are helping to fix America's entire automobile industry. And I also have a question for America's heroic flyboy George. Are you familiar with the beautiful, almost unknown Blackbird and Joe Davies Air Park museums in Palmdale, not far from the Lockheed Skunk Works and Edwards Air Force Base?
He built it.
Yeah, in fact, Brent, I've been to both that museum, which is wonderful out there in Palmdale, and also to the Edwards Flight Museum on Edwards Air Force Base, and they're both available to the public. And that Blackbird Air Park is amazing. It's got the A-12, the prototype of the SR-71, and then a model of the SR-71 there. It's a great place.
Yeah, and a U-2 Dragon Lady.
That's right.
And so what you're able to see there is some of the greatest aeronautical art designs of the legendary Kelly Johnson.
That's right. He was Mr. Aerodynamic designer of the World War II era, for sure, for sure.
And also, a few hundred feet away, they have a B-52 and one of NASA's 747s.
It's a beautiful air park. Everyone should go there. It's on Google Blackbird Air Park. You'll find the times and the dates and what's available out there. It's a great place to go visit.
Yeah, it's only open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I think it's from 11 to 4. So just make sure you have the right times when you're going.
Schedule out your weekend, folks.
Mm-hmm. And also, I wanted to say, the Gunslinger Show proves that terrific masculinity is always the antidote to toxic Marxist masculinity.
Amen. Yes, sir.
I can't argue with that.
Nope.
All right. Brett, as always, thanks again. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you guys.
Take care now.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you, Brent.
Okay, real quick, let's get to Alberto in Gardena. Alberto, we only got about 30 seconds. Go.
Hi, what's up, fellas?
Hey.
Shout out to Brent. I'm over in District 43. My friend is running against Maxine Waters. What can I do? What can we do to get brand new Republican voters? God bless you all. Take the question off the air.
Okay, very good. Thanks. Boy, lots of things you can do, Alberto. We don't have time to really get into it tonight, and we're really not a political show, so...
I think the number one thing is talk to everyone you get to, talk to, show them the truth of what's going out there, how they're living right now, and how it can be changed. That's the only thing that's going to work is to show them.
The other thing I would recommend is tomorrow morning, call into the morning show and talk to Jen and Grant, and I'm sure they will help you out.
The morning answer.
All right. Holy cow.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you guys got going? Well,
It's over?
No, we've got about a minute and a half, I think. Man, that went by quick.
Yeah, these do. These are the best shows. You guys are the greatest guests, and you guys aren't even guests. You guys are family, and when you stop in, it's like a party, and everyone enjoys it online. Right now, because you guys come on and everyone anticipates it, we are 7 subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 subscriber on YouTube right now. Wow. You guys bumped us up like another 30 within the hour, so we thank you guys for all that you do for us.
Thank you for having us on. Thanks for having my son Lance.
Hold on. How much does that pay? Hey, hold on.
When I get my dime, I'll share it with you.
Well, and this is what I'm thinking. As many times as we mentioned Snap-on tonight, I think they ought to be a sponsor.
I can do it.
Hey, tell them I won't charge them. Just give me some tools.
Oh, sweet!
They are the best tools.
I couldn't agree more. I absolutely love them. I just can't afford them. But if I can steal some, I will.
Lance has a payment plan.
I'll buy you some.
Thank you, sir.
You have us on. You're a good guy.
The Godfather of the Gunslingers, always helping us out. Look at that.
I tell you what, really quick, I got September 3rd, guys, at the Highway 39 Event Center. They're doing a special bourbon tasting for the Four Horsemen. I got some info on this, and like the idiot that I am, I left it at the shop. Oh. So I will have more on that, but I'm going to get Ben to put it on our website. So check that tomorrow. This is the Four Horsemen were right after 9/11. 4 guys went into a foreign country and attacked 4 Americans, and 3 of them are going to be at this bourbon tasting. I will be there. It's September 3rd. I will have more on this next week. I swear to you. Make sure you leave the date open and make sure you're there. It's going to be real interesting. Okay, Leon, what are you going to do?
Well, how much time we have left?
Not much.
What I'd like to say to everyone, keep smiling. It's just a little curve that sets a lot of things straight, folks, and I mean it sincerely.
Yeah, Ryan, how much time we got left? Oh, cool. Oh, hell's bells. You know what? We got one more call. Let's get to Steve in San Diego. Steve, we got about a minute and a half. Go ahead.
I called about super accuracy in rifles. If you do it in a vacuum and have it on machine mount, et cetera, you will get essentially a cone coming out of the tip of the barrel. This will occur on any weapon in the world. There's an accuracy cone and a precision cone that flies out of there. Now, if we take a trumpet, the end of a trumpet flares a little more at the end. That will include gravity for us, because gravity is one of the things that's going on with over 800 yards. The bullet is really starting to move fast in a downward direction. The other thing is the rifle barrel acts as a tuning fork. When the shockwave goes through it, it vibrates the entire rifle like a microscopic tuning fork.
Okay.
There's other things going on, including momentum and position.
Steve, we're coming to the end of the show. We don't really have time, but listen, call us back next time, and we'll get into this a little deeper for you. All right?
Nice and early.
Appreciate the call. Thanks so much.
God bless you.
Okay.
Thanks for having us on. Thanks for having Lance and I and George. I mean, I'm just speaking for everybody.
We're glad to have you. It's always a lot of fun, and it always brings back fun memories of the old days at the old place and everything else. Mr. Snap-on, what you got going
Beautiful. You can follow me on Instagram, Lancer_Snap-on.
All right.
I just kind of post every week or so what's going on out there. And
talk to him about being a sponsor for the show.
do it. Hey now.
George?
No, but thanks for having me.
Of course.
I enjoy coming on the show and answering questions about airplanes, but hanging around with you guys is a highlight of my whole week.
Well, thank you kindly.
I mean it.
Mine too.
And Jimmy, you had something special today?
Oh yeah, this was a beautiful day. The fam and I went out, rededicated and baptized. So it was a wonderful. I want to thank the packing house over there in Redlands. They actually gave me the opportunity this morning out of the blue to lead our opening prayer, and I thank the Lord for all that we do, and I thank the Lord for these gentlemen here and having this show. You guys are a blessing to not only Jeff and I, but to all of our listeners and watchers out there. So thank you so much.
Well, I thank the Lord too for all of us.
Amen. Yes.
Well, my family came over today and did an early birthday because it's Tuesday, and who's going to have a party on a Tuesday? So it was real nice. Got to see a couple of the grandkids today. It was real nice.
How many do you have?
Total 5. Yeah, total 5. Got to see 3 of them today. So.
My mom that would pass last year. You guys shared a birthday, so that's always something to smile about. I get a big extra smile on that day.
And yeah, no, thank you kindly, guys. Most of all, I want to thank you guys for calling in. It was really great. We really appreciate the calls, and Leon, I appreciate you answering most of them.
Yes, sir.
I love it. I love all the people that said nice things, and God bless them. And I miss you all. That's all I can say.
All right, and we want to thank Mark for stepping aside because we were elbow to elbow in here, so he stayed home so we could do this. Guys, we'll see you next week with the Gunslinger Show. Good night, everybody.
Love you and God bless you.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.
This program was sponsored by the Gunslinger Shops.
AM 870. The Answer. Are you exhausted?